Hi there, this is Daniel Scranton, and I'm going to channel the Arcturian Council. E.T.s. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect. With all of you. Yes, yes, yes. We have been exploring the many possibilities that exist for humanity between now and the time of your next solstice. And we are happy to say that humanity is moving and evolving at such a pace that we see some very positive timelines in front of you. We see that you have been accessing much more of the energy that's coming up from the Earth's core and her grid system. And this is freeing a lot of the stuck energy from your root chakras, getting it out and cleared from your bodies and energy fields. This is very important work that you are all doing, as you need to face fears and traumas around death and bodily harm, as well as issues with finances. These are all subjects that come up when you are doing root chakra work. And what better teacher and healer to have on your side then the very earth that made it possible for you to have physical life and that provides you with so much abundance. So, the movement forward for humanity in these next couple of months will include many shifts in the way you all experience wealth and abundance, as well as fears of physical harm and mortality. These changes are coming because so many of you realize that you are eternal beings and that you are creators. As eternal beings and creators, a lot of the hang-ups that are stored in your root chakras can be purged. And you can create new stories about who you are and what survival is. Now that you have come to this point in your evolution, of course, you also have the messiness of what has been stored in those chakras, and that can come up to be looked at, embraced, and finally released once and for all. When you do this work as individuals, you affect the entire human collective consciousness. And when you do that, you see the changes outside of you. You can expect to see changes in the systems that you are a part of. And to see some of the changes occurring in the next calendar year that you've been wanting to see for quite some time. Now, of course, you have a world economy, and then you have economies in your individual countries. But the countries whose economies are the biggest in the world do have a ripple effect. And so you can see how changing what's going on inside of you can affect your country's economy, and how that can then have a ripple effect in the opposite direction to the world's biggest economies. As far as the death and bodily harm part of this root chakra equation go, you're going to find more and more people are expressing an interest in accessing their light bodies. They may not have that language for it, but you do have within you a deep knowing that if you wanted to live forever in your body, you could. All death is a choice. And when your consciousness realizes that, your body will follow suit. So there are these timelines that you are exploring for how to anchor in these truths about your eternal and infinite natures. And we want to prepare you for those possibilities so that you can see how something that appears tragic at first can be quite enlightening and forward moving for all of humanity. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Hi everyone, thank you for watching my channeling there, and for being a part of this journey with me and Kalyandra. A little water left here. Something caught in my throat at some point. Oh, Kalyandra, she thinks she's onto something out there. She thinks she sees something. I hope you guys had a great weekend. We had such a nice hike in the forest with Talea, sleeping in the wrap right here. 13 weeks old today. Oh, and I saw one of my regular viewers today who watches me on YouTube with his lovely wife. I've channeled for both of them. I saw him today on a show that my wife and I are watching. It's over now. It ran for like 7 seasons though, called The Mentalist. And Josh, you really nailed it with that character. We were both super impressed with that performance. So I just want to give a shout out to Josh. Seen him in I think three different series now that I watched. So it's funny how a day off can be like nonstop trying to get things done, and I was trying so hard to get my salad made. Hi, Kalyandra. As fast as I could, that I cut my pinky finger and with a ceramic knife. Those things are really sharp. So if you have a ceramic knife, be careful. They're so sharp. But it was a good lesson for me to slow down, even though trying to get a ton of stuff done in a single day. And whoa! And that went for wifey today too, making all kinds of food for herself for the whole week because she barely gets to cook when I'm in my office and she's taking care of Talea full time. I've heard from a lot of you that have signed up for the Making Contact with E.T.s course. When you get the email from Beyond the Ordinary, it's going to look like a receipt email at first. So somebody forwarded it to me, and it says in the subject line something about the email being receipt email, but it does include, oh my God, Kalyandra, it does include a link to to getting all the stuff that's included in the package, and the course. Hi, the course starts November 4th. It's the 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern in the U.S. And then the High Vibration Master Class 3-week course starts on October 22nd. So, links to all these things are found in the description below. And I'm also still running a 50% off sale on my site for the next couple of days. Discount code LOVE. Use that at checkout. Oh, and I'm glad to see so many people watch the Starseed. I'm guessing a lot of the people who watched are not my regular peeps because the numbers were very high for that one this morning. And glad to see that people resonated with that, because it makes it just, when something makes sense to me, you know, it just makes sense. A lot of stories out there in the New Age world don't make any sense to me, and I won't go into them because I don't want to make any enemies. But there's a lot of stuff that makes no sense to me out there, and when I hear people talking about it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe you believe that. People would say the same thing about me, though. Oh, you believe you channel aliens and fairies and unicorns and stuff. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I remember when I was in screenwriting, my screenwriting course at UCLA that I took it for 2 years, screenwriting. They have an awesome program there. And one of the guys in the class at the time, this was during my atheist phase, was talking about how fairies are real, and I remember just kind of humoring him and being like, oh, okay, but not believing it at all. And then years later, I'm channeling a fairy. Not that many years. Well, yeah, it was over 10 years. All right, people, I'm going to go now and transcribe this message for the people who like to read and get this cat under control. And I will see you here tomorrow night. Same channel. Blessings to you and yours. Good night, everybody.
Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video.